Interesting facts about chinchillas. In nature, chinchillas live at an altitude of up to 5,000 meters, in the highlands of the Andes in Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Bolivia. In the wild, chinchillas live up to 35 years. At home, no more than 20. Unfortunately, even the highest quality nutrition and care will not replace natural conditions for this fluffy rodent. The chinchilla's skeleton has the ability to compress vertically. Therefore, they can penetrate the narrowest gaps and openings. A chinchilla living in an apartment leaves practically no unpleasant odor. They do not have sweat and sebaceous glands. They are very neat. Even their feces do not have such a pungent odor as the excrement of this rodent's relatives, guinea pigs, rabbits and hamsters. The chinchilla has one very interesting defensive reaction. When it sees a small predator or rival, the animal stands on its hind legs, makes threatening sounds and shells the enemy with a stream of urine. Chinchilla fur has a very high density. On 1 square centimeter of fur there are up to 300 bundles, each of which contains about 80 hairs. Because of the thick undercoat, chinchillas never get fleas, ticks or other parasites. Chinchillas have very sharp incisors, but they almost never bite humans or other pets. Unless in cases of manifestation of aggression on their part. Chinchillas are monogamous. Their cubs are born with open eyes, and from the first days they can move independently over short distances. The pads of the paws are thick and bare. This allows them to calmly move through the mountains. Chinchillas carry much more oxygen at altitude in the mountains. Their erythrocytes and blood cells allow them to cope with rarefied air. Chinchillas can shed their fur. This is their defense mechanism against predators. When a predator grabs a chinchilla by the fur, it can shed a piece of its fur and run away. These fluffy lumps jump to a height of 2 meters. Chinchillas have the same hearing as humans, but more sensitive. Chinchillas can sleep like bats. They sleep upside down, because there is not so much space in the gorges and they have developed this ability. They also sleep sideways and upright. They have coprophagia. This is the process of digesting food, twice. First, the food is digested once, and then the food is removed for the second digestion. Rabbits and guinea pigs have the same ability. They can make different sounds, such as squealing or chirping. Chinchillas in the wild live in flocks of up to 100 chinchillas can be in a group. Therefore, it is better to keep them in pairs when you get home. Chinchillas eat on their hind legs, eating and holding food with their front legs. Chinchillas are very active at night. They have very soft fur, and the color can be gray, black, white, purple, and so on. Their teeth grow throughout their lives. Chinchilla fur is recognized as the softest in the world. Female chinchillas can breed twice a year. The weight of a chinchilla is considered normal from 400 to 500 grams. Chinchillas can be on average 25 to 35 centimeters long. Chinchillas can eat fruits, vegetables, insects, tree branches and even frogs. In the wild, they have many enemies: cats, dogs, birds of prey, snakes, and so on. These cubs weigh only 35 grams at birth, and the average number at birth is 2 cubs. Chinchillas have unusual eyes that can be red or blue. In their natural habitat, only grey chinchillas are found. and long-tailed ones can boast of the length of their ears. Like other rodents, chinchillas' front teeth grow throughout their lives. If they are not ground down on solid food, soon the incisors may become too large, which will make it difficult for the animal to eat. Since in nature chinchillas live in arid areas, they consume the main amount of liquid from morning dew and cacti. Natural gray coloring helps chinchillas to camouflage themselves from predators on stone slopes. Chinchillas are prone to heat stroke. The optimum temperature for them is considered to be no higher than 25 degrees Celsius. If the room is hotter, the animal begins to overheat. This may well lead to the death of the rodent. Chinchillas can easily adopt other people's orphaned babies. And males take an active part in caring for offspring. Female chinchillas are larger than males. It is not surprising that they dominate the group. During estrus, females can become aggressive towards other females and males. Because of their valuable fur, chinchillas are endangered in nature. Currently, hunting for chinchillas is prohibited, but poachers often break the rules, which is why the population of animals in nature continues to decline. Few people know that the chinchilla was tamed by the Indians of South America, which they called the chincha. A chinchilla fur coat is the dream of many fashionistas. One such product takes about 100 skins, and this was the reason that the number of animals at the turn of the 19th-20th centuries began to decline rapidly. And chinchilla meat was used in the treatment of such a terrible disease as tuberculosis. A chinchilla's sleep is very sensitive, even the slightest noise can wake them up. Chinchillas are fairly easy to train. Almost every pet can be taught to perform simple commands. It is easier to do this if the animal is alone, then he is more willing to make contact with the owner. Training is best done in the evening, with the onset of twilight, then the animal becomes much more active than during daylight hours. Treasure hunters are sure that with the help of a chinchilla you can search for treasures. For example, the Indians argued that you need to dig for gold where these animals are found. And on the beaches, chinchillas can be taught to find jewelry in the sand. There is even such a sign: the chances of finding a treasure will increase significantly if you simply take a chinchilla with you on a search as a talisman.